a look then at the course as we await the start of the women's lightweight pair. In fact, they've gone off.
Yeah, already underway, so we'll have just a quick lane order with you. We have Thailand, whom we are looking at right now in lane number 1. Italy, defending champions, in lane number 2. And right beside them we have Turkey in lane number 3. We're looking at the crew from Turkey. Right about now, the race has started just over a minute ago. We see ALINCI and Fertuğ from Turkey, and they are racing right beside the defending champions from Italy, who come into view now. You can see the tricolore blades from Italy right about now, and they're really the class crew. I mean, so much experience in that Italian boat there.
Yeah, loads of experience paying off. Elisa Grisoni in the stroke seat. Serena Mossi in the bow, an early advantage in this three-boat race, riding with Turkey for a moment there, and leave the backs of Turkey here. Irmak Fertuğ in the stroke seat, Simla, Suay, ALINCI in the bow. Fertuğ said the biggest challenge of the season was, quote, this race. So this is her moment.
Yes, and you want to leave it all on the line. I mean, this is the A final, and you're absolutely going for it. And look at the panache of that German, of the Turkey stroke there, Fertuğ in the stroke seat, really hammering along. They need to be careful though, because they're right in the boys with the port side blade there, as they heave it along. Such power coming off these athletes, trying to remain in contact with the Italians, who have really led from the start. I think they've really moved out with intent, and looking at the rate of striking, it's so high from these lightweight women athletes. As we ride now with the crew from Thailand, the twins of Kwerthong Long. They are long and strong underneath the water, and good to see here Turkey moving back into the center of the lane, and that's always a good thing, right? Because the pair is so difficult to race. I mean, it's so easy to stray out of your lane and get your blades perilously close to the buoy lines, as the Italian blades are at this stage of the race.
Yeah, and it takes a bit more mental capacity, as you can imagine, when you're already so consumed with the pain and the focus of this race to correct that steering. And of course, you know, the quickest distance between 2 points, a straight line. So from both a rhythm and a you know, strategic, if you will, perspective, they do want to go just perfectly straight. And as Tim said, it's not easy. This is a tricky boat to row, and it takes a lot of skill to both steer and row proficiently.
Yeah, and of course you don't want to steer too much, because that's of course a brake on the boat, and that's you would like to avoid that at all costs. So you need to be so synchronized in this pair. Perhaps one of the most difficult boats to make it go fast, and past 1,000, just passing below the bridge, it is Italy out in front. They have a comfortable margin of 5 seconds over Turkey in second, and Thailand almost the same distance back in third.
Yeah, you talk about proficiency. Look at this Italian combination. Fantastic pedigree, both having raced in the world stage, of course, before. Grisoni boasting a gold in the women's four at the last World Rowing Under-19 Championship. Looking to get herself back onto the podium in this A final. So 3 boats, 2 medals, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. So just the gold and the silver, and unfortunately for one crew, that will be straight back to the boat park if you don't get in one of those 2 top spots. And looking at the Italian crew, you can see here how difficult it is to keep their boat right. You can see them making small corrections with the rudder, and because this is really the most difficult part of the race, I reckon. The third quarter, we talk about it a lot as being the most tough 500 of the 4, but why is that?
Yeah, it is tough, Tim, and I think it's because at this point the lactic acid is screaming, your legs are screaming, your body is absolutely exhausted, and of course it's just before the final 500 meters where you really start to run out of water, and you need to set up yourself to ensure that, and this is not the case for the Italians at the moment, but that you're in touch with the leader if you're not leading, so you start to truly run out of water.
Yeah, and yes, and then this, if you're behind the leading crew, you want to use this third quarter to get back into contact, but I think the Italians have done what they wanted to do in this third quarter and moved out even further. At the 1500 now, it is Italy leading comfortable, but they are really going for it because you have, well, several lengths of clear water, I reckon, at this stage, so you can sort of take your foot off the gas and sort of ease off slightly. But the Italians still 36 strokes a minute, no let up at all, with Turkey just crossing 1500. And look at Mossi and Grisoni go. They just want to leave it all out on the water today.
That's right. It's the last race, of course. This is the moment to put together, if you can, the best possible race, regardless of exactly where you're sitting on the course. The Italians looking so fluid and doing exactly that. And yeah, just behind them, well, not just, quite a bit back, but it is that combination from Thailand. The Puthyong sisters, twins, and I love this, Tim. You know, they said that they're young, they want to follow their dreams. They both started rowing at age 15, and they're now out 20. So continuing that journey in pursuit of their dream. Yeah, it's great to see dreams fulfilled here, and there's no bigger stage to race than the World Championships, and it's great to have them here, and fantastic to see them row here on the lake in Plovdiv, and they're actually closing up a bit, I think, in the past couple of hundred meters to the crew from Turkey, but all eyes will be drawn to the Italian pair here, and they're absolutely going for it. They're taking it up 38 strokes a minute, so the Italians do raise it to a sprint finish as they want to impress the crowd in the final couple of strokes. Just 50 meters left to row for Serena Mossi and Elisa Grisoni from Italy. The Azzurri are making a fabulous show here out on the water in Plovdiv. Yeah, fantastic. The Italians will take home the gold in the lightweight women's pair. Fluid combination, loads of pedigree and skill to their name, and another gold medal to add to their roster. Behind them then in their final few strokes, the young combination from Turkey. So for Turk, a job well done, just 18 years old, and ALINCI just behind her, 19 years of age on the world stage, and Thailand in their final few strokes as well. The Pithongyoung sisters, twins from Thailand, to close out this A final. Yeah, well done to them. They finish third in this A final of the lightweight women's pair, and you can see that because it's so hot here in Plovdiv, all the athletes just immediately when they cross the finish take the feet out of the shoes and put them in the water to get a bit of cooling down. You can see here splashing the water. Yeah, because it's so hot here, and the pace being set by Italy was blistering too. So well done to them. Finished 7:24. Bit out of world record pace set by Zerboni and Premel from Italy too last year in Varese, but no doubt they will be very pleased with their performance today out on the water. Yeah, they'll be quite happy with that. And mentioned pedigree, I mean, that's going back to their junior days back in 2021. Grisoni with the bronze medal in the junior women's four, so very proficient sweep rower. Her boatmate Mossi rowing in the Coxed 4 in that event, taking a silver, back on the podium here at the U23s. And the Turkish combination there catching their breath. Yeah, you can see that it took a lot out of them. They've really emptied the tank in this A final. Great to see them. The lightweight women's pair, as we see them walk across the podium. So 3 boats as mentioned, which means 2 medals. And just awaiting these medals. Some winners of the silver medal. Turkey represented by Irmak Fertuğ in the stroke seat, but first to the bow seat, SİMLA, Suay, ALINCI.
Winners of
And the gold medal. What a fantastic performance from the Italians. As we get another little jump here. Oh, big jump. Big smile, Italy. Serena Mossi in the bow seat. And Elisa Grisoni. Certainly a favorite coming in, and fantastic performance from them all the way down the track. Oh, we get to hear the national anthem of Italy once more.
I think we're going to hear it a couple of more times over the coming days, but it's a fantastic anthem, isn't it?
So Germany, the US, and Italy, of course, have sent the biggest teams with loads of entries. So, a good high five there. We'll get the water splash once more. Just fabulous. The race had to feel really fantastic for them. Grisoni, just 19 years old, so moving into her under 23 years. She won the junior women's straight four back in 2022. Back on the medals podium in 2023.
Great to see them successfully transitioning from juniors to under 23. I'm curious to see which event they'll be rowing next year, because they certainly have a very bright future ahead of them.
They do.